Well, you know, landing a job is just not an easy thing to accomplish, especially for those who spent time in prison. But one program is turning a no into an opportunity and helping people get a fresh start. Joining us now is Patience Lewis Walker, Deputy Executive Director for the Center for Employment Opportunities here in Atlanta. Patience, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much.
All right. When you meet someone who just walked out of prison, they come into your program, what's the very first thing you want them to feel?
The very first thing that we want is to make sure that they know they're supported. I think we often underestimate the difficulties that folks have returning home from incarceration. There is so much stigma, there is little support, it's difficult to get housing, employment, all of those things that are just necessary for individuals to survive just become difficult when you add on, this other level of incarceration as a barrier for just success. And so one of the most important things we do is just want to make sure that folks are stabilized. They come into our office, we, get to know them, learn what their goals are, and really try, to work with them to forge a path for them to, get the training that they need to be successful, become employed. We connect them immediately to employment so that they can have cash in their pocket to be able to meet some of their immediate needs, and then figure out a plan of action for them long-term to sustain, whether that's advanced training or, a job, a more full-time permanent job with one of our community partners. That's kind of where we are with when individuals first walk through our doors, really just stabilization, creating an environment that's welcoming, safe, and really stabilizing and helping folks to just get ready to work.
Talk to us about why that paid work, especially those first few weeks after release, is so important.
Yeah, when we think about individuals leaving prison, we know that they just don't have a lot. Oftentimes, individuals, may or may not have, strong family relationships. I mentioned the stigma earlier that happens, housing, food, so many things are, not accessible or available. Even something as simple as having a cell phone, right? Or even knowing how to use a cell phone if they've been incarcerated for an extended amount of time. And so for us, it's really important that we're able to meet that immediate need for, whatever it is, whether it's, again, food security, housing, shelter, and, to take care of themselves and their family. So our model is really designed to, in that first 90 days of release, to provide that stability, because we know without it, individuals are more likely to recidivate just out of desperation in a lot of instances.
Yeah, I'm guessing employers are still a little hesitant about hiring people with a record. How do you change their minds?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's really, really interesting in that vein is that when we look at small businesses and local business owners in a city like Atlanta, we do have some success with individuals understanding and working with our participants. Our participants come to us with just a variety of skill sets. They come to us with a desire to work and succeed and achieve. They have a lot to prove. And so what you'll find are people who are super reliable, eager to work, eager to do a really great job, highly skilled in a lot of instances. And in some areas, we're still developing and building skills. But this is an untapped work source and funnel of individuals for employers. So we understand that oftentimes there is the stigma, but with, once we have individuals who are learning and, learning about our work, learning how we're supporting our participants, they work for CEO first. And so while they're working on one of our transitional work crews, they have an opportunity to, really build that muscle and those skills, right? And so they learn the importance of showing up on time, and they understand how to have difficult conversations with their coworkers and work as a team and take instruction from their manager or supervisor. So these are all skills that we're building, for just a group of folks to make sure that they're ready to succeed in the workforce.
Yeah, you talk about succeeding, and I got 30 seconds left here. How do you measure success beyond just the job placement?
Yeah, for us, it's the job placement. It's not just the job placement because, depending on the economy, a lot of folks can get a job. It's really retaining and keeping that job and advancement. One of the things that we've been focusing on the last year and a half or so is upskilling our participants, right? And so we're creating opportunities for them to get advanced training credentials like commercial driver's license, different certifications in the construction trade. And so, really, what we're thinking about is how do we create longer term opportunities, an extended career pathway, and economic and social mobility for
Yeah.
for individuals who are returning home and their families and basically the whole community.
Sounds good. All right, Patience Lewis Walker, thanks so much for joining us and thanks for that information.